Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Scourge League 3.16. In this episode, I'm going to be showcasing Tier 15 AFK Blighted maps with Carrion Golems. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to do two, so yeah, stay till the end for both maps. Also, I upload daily, so please like and subscribe. It's that time of the season, guys. We got to do it. Okay, here we go. We got Relic Chambers. Let's add the triple Azure. It's just not worth it right now to do the triple Crimson on our T15. The Crimsons are like 4C per, so might as well sell them. So I do the oil, and then I chisel them up, get that 20% quality and quantity for free. In this case, I magic them. I don't actually do rare anymore. I don't think it's worth it, because then when you get bad mods, you have to reroll it, and it's not worth it because the extra chaos you spend. These blight maps are only like 16 chaos. The oils that I'm putting on are less than 3C, so rerolling anything of chaos is not really worth it. It's not worth the returns. And then I use sacrifice fragments. So you use these, and you sustain them pretty well with the blight, but basically these add 5% quantity per, so this is 15 quant, and the base has 33, so 48 quant together, 8% quant from this, 56 quant I think, and then it also gets amplified by the awakening bonus objectives, 29%, so then instead of 50 something, we'll see, oh, it doesn't scale, okay, it doesn't get scaled by that, 59%, there you go. I think this person wants the thing. Then another, to go over our build, I have a couple things to mention while we AFK. Let me just, so we start off, I build 2 towers. I'm going to build these 2. I do scout towers. We have ring annoyance. Your scout towers have increased range of 25%. And so 2 of those, 50% increased range. The range of your scout tower is literally the full screen, as you can see. And then I put corpses at my feet so that I have Plaguebringer. You need to do that for the Ascendancy so that you deal 10% more damage and take 10% less. And then I'll get this guy, the Spectre. We get, okay, so yeah, we're AFK, and I've switched the Spectres again for anyone watching, if you're watching at home. So we have the Demon Harpy for the 60% increased physical damage. We have 2 Carnage Chieftains from Old the Fields Act 2 for the Frenzy charges, and we're using 1 Host Chieftain for the power charges. I'm not using the Pale Seraphim anymore. I've included that in my video, my last video, where I went over, what did I do? I crafted my +2 body armor, and then I went over the Spectre calculations after when I was calculating the new body armor, and I showed the Spectres, how good the Host Chieftains are versus the Pale Seraphim. But now, to get into this, so we're a Carrion Golem build. The Carrion Golems carry us, they kill everything. Well, we have these Spectres to buff up the Carrion Golems. The Carrion Golems are insane. We have an Animate Guardian. I made an Animate Guardian video just yesterday that covers, all the gear and what he has, but it's basically vulnerability, nearby enemies take 9% increased physical damage, Kingmaker, Culling Strike, Garb of the Ephemeral. It's disgusting, it's really fun. So we're at tier 15 fully AFK, and now the next thing I need to really explain is, in the past for Blight, I would say, time to take off my flask because we don't need these for AFK Blight, time to take off all my abilities, right? So now I could take off all the abilities, it doesn't matter, but flasks are automatically activated. I'm not touching them. So these get automatically used when the charges reach full. So as I kill, you can see they're automatically activating and filling, and I have some cool ones. So this, to get the enchant, you can use Enkindling Orbs, but if you and Instilling Orbs, but to get the exact one that we have here, which is clearly the best one by far, you can craft this with the crafting bench. But to get the craft, you have to find it. So to get the craft, you get it from Karui Shores or Oriath. You know where you find the move speed craft? It's now move speed and flask craft. So it's a combination. It's the same one, but it's both. So you need to go get that if you want the flask craft. And the reason you do that is it only costs 5 of the orb and 5 Glassblower's baubles to get this, instead of taking like 20 tries, 30 tries, and getting really unlucky. Highly recommend it. So then, for my automated flasks, We have this ruby. Okay, so the most dangerous thing about Blight is the volatile flame blood. As you move up in the tiers, you kill a monster, a percentage of its HP turns into this volatile flame blood, and it goes flying towards you. And if you're AFK, like we're trying to do, it's going to explode and deal a lot of damage. So that's fire damage. And so what we've done is we've taken on our tree the Barbarism for 1% max fire res. We also run specifically Immortal Call over Molten Shell for AFK Blight because Immortal Call works on the volatile flame blood, but Molten Shell doesn't. And we also put on this Ruby Flask. So the Ruby Flask makes us take 20% less fire damage, and I got increased duration, and so it lasts 11.6 seconds. It's so goddamn long. It's insane. It's insane. 11.6 seconds. It's my most uptime flask. It's the most consistent one. And so with this, the Immortal Call and everything, and the fire res, we're left with like usually 700 to 900 life on T15, and we're only 95. We're still scaling the build, and so we're only at 76 fire res. And then all of that's really cool. Then we have this one with the increased duration and shock immune. With Granite, I have immune to freeze, which is useless. Increased duration with chance to suppress spell damage. I think this is kind of nice. Some chance to suppress spell damage isn't useless, so I kept it in. But the immune to freeze is. And then Silver Flask. The Onslaught's useless. I could use so basically, I could switch these to Topaz and Sapphire, so I could have less lightning and less fire, less cold damage. But I left it with these, and this one has reduced effect of curses, so technically I could reduce the effect of a monster cursing me. I just left it in. We're already AFKing Blight, but technically we could optimize these more. It's like we have a perma mage blood in AFK Blight. And then I put a Jade Flask with the evasion and increased armor, and so in 8 seconds, and so during the map we're having 23,000 armor AFK, because the flasks are keep activating. When they go down, they drops to like 13,000, but it's still insane. And that's what we're looking at. And I love the Ruby Flask. It's actually insane. It's a game changer for the volatile flame blood. It's kind of like having that elementalist Ellie shield. It's so sick. This makes me realize, oh my god, Mage Blood is really, really insane. Like, think about how much power is in Flask, guys. Holy moly. So, we've actually, there you go, fully AFK to T15 Blight. I'm going to now also loot the map with you guys, but I won't pick up all the loot because it's a waste of your time to see me clicking loot. We'll show the loot though, and then I'm gonna do a second one and continue talking about the build to finish up the discussion, and then I'm not sure, but yeah, stay tuned for one more map and enjoy this loot as we go through it right now. It's really cool. And like I said, we could optimize the flask a little bit more, but we're already doing it. It's already good enough. My damage right now, for anyone wondering, is about 14 million. What was the differences that made us able to do T15 Blight consistently with only 2 towers? It was switching back to the Host Chieftain over the Pale Seraphim. It was upgrading the body armor. It was upgrading the Animate Guardian to the Kingmaker. It was those upgrades. Oh, and getting my Awakened Brutality, Awakened Melee Phys, and Awakened Minion damage to level 5. Yo, Fragment of Eradication, 3 Awakened Sextants. Awakened Sextants are actually going up in price. It's sick. I don't use them, I sell them because it's better for like a group to be using Awakened Sextants, and I use like the shitty ones that people don't use. I like to use like Rusted and shit Sextants and basically put like the bare minimum into a map, so then all of the shit I get out is like pure profit. It feels so good. It feels so good. When you invest a lot and you have to get a lot out of the map, it doesn't feel as good, in my opinion. That's just my own personal preference. This was a really good map though. I think we made profit again. Nice. Alright, so we go again. We have another T15 Blight with Triple Azure. We got 15 lucky, 59 quant on this one again. This guy's happy I gave him a Demon Harpy. Demon Harpy's pretty sick, dude. Highly recommend. So like I said, put down the corpses at your feet. Portal for no reason, because I don't die. And Now let's discuss the build. So we got the Carrion Golems. I had just upgraded to this chestplate in my last video with the +1 active skill gems and the +1 intelligence. Got the level 34 Carrion Golem linked to the Awaken Minion damage, Divergent Impale, Awaken Melee Phys, Awaken Brutality, Awaken Multistrike, and my Spectres with Spell Echo, so they double cast the Demon Harpy Scream, the Frenzy charges, and the Power charges. We got Feeding Frenzy, so they're aggressive, and they give the buff, and an Animate Guardian. My Animate Guardian is up to 114,000 HP with the gear in my previous video for the Animate Guardian. I use a 120 Desecrate. Well, these are not used while I'm AFK. Desecrate, Divergent Flesh Offering, Flame Dash, Convocation, and then we have Zombie Maim. So the Zombie Maim, they're really inaggressive. They sit here around me, and they'll only attack when a boss comes near the pump. So it's not that consistent, but then it will make them take 10% increased damage. It's not that insane, but it's pretty nice. It's kind of like having the Pale Seraphim, 2/3 of a Pale Seraphim. Okay, so and there's 7 of them, and they only have a 30% chance to maim. This also is a 30% slow, so when the boss gets close, they start to slow the boss, which is really nice. And then eventually I'll want to get a convoking one with minions are aggressive, so even the zombies are aggressive. That would be nice. And then we have my auras in this build. I use Skitterbots, Determination, Pride, Generosity, and Dreadbender. And to fit all these, I used the Wheel of Sovereignty, the extra 15% mana reservation of efficiency of skills as the mastery, 50% from Pride, increased mana reservation efficiency, and then 25% for Determination on the Armour mastery. And that's all I needed to be able to have 78 extra mana at level 95. Yeah, so those are the auras I chose to run. The Determination, like I showed in the previous map, got me 13,000 armor, and I go up to 23,000 with the 2 flasks, Granite and the Jade flask with increased armor. And then I also have Anomalous cast and damage taken, Immortal Call. I specifically use the Immortal Call for Blight because it actually works on Volatile Flamebloods and Molten Shell doesn't. What I mean by that is when it's in a cast and damage taken setup, when the Volatile Flameblood triggers the cast and damage taken setup, it doesn't use the shield from the Molten Shell at all in the initial hit, but it reduces the damage of the Volatile Flameblood by 26% with Immortal Call. So this saves you from dying to the first Volatile Flameblood. This is useless on the cast and damage taken for that specific one thing. So I've mentioned it a few times already. I'll mention it again. I love it. Love mentioning it. Yeah. So then I recently I mentioned that the upgrades I made to get the build going is the Animate Guardian upgrade. So I made a video on getting the Garb of the Ephemeral, the Kingmaker, which required me getting Awaken Melee Fist to get Intimidate through the gem. And then I also upgraded the helmet to have +1 minion gems, so that when I get 1 extra level on the Spectre, so it's a 21 Spectre with 1 level from the helmet, and 2 from my Ascendancy, which is Unnatural Strength, and 1 from the Amulet with the +1 Intelligence skill gems. This Spectre goes to 25, and a level 25 Spectre gets me 4 Spectres, well 3, and I get 1 more from Death Attunement, so in total I have 4 Spectres, and that's how I got the 1 Demon Harpy, 2 Carnage Chieftains, 1 Host Chieftain, which was the huge upgrade I showed in the +2 body armor video. I showed how big of a DPS increase the Host Chieftains were to my build. It's really impactful, really insane. I'm getting Duplicator bossed right now, as you can see. It's pretty tough, but my minions can do it. That's actually insane, isn't it? Like, that's gonna take most builds down. The Duplicator boss comes in, and the reason he's so difficult is a normal boss like Stenley or this guy comes in and he does 10 damage to the pump, but the Duplicator boss, if he duplicates like you saw, which is when you kill him he splits into 2, splits into 2, splits into 2, splits into 2 a bunch, and then he's dead, so you need AoE for him. That one, when he gets on the pump, well, he split. Now there's 2 bosses, both of them do 10 damage, and you lose instantly, which really there was like 10 of them. Did you see that? Or like 15? Insane, dude. Duplicator boss. Yep. So overall, Build's absolutely insane. It's rocking. It's rolling. You get the +2 from here, the +2 from here, the +3, the 1 for the Spectre, and then the rest is like life, reses, gear, life and reses, and then endurance charges here. I want to multi the helmet. I mean the Ami, with endurance charge and life, but I need to annul one of the suffixes, so I need to protect prefix, annul a suffix. Build's going really well though. I'm really happy with it. In this build, to make it work, to get into Carrion Golems, guys, all you need is 1 Anima Stone, Primordial Might, 2 Primordial Harmonies, and 2 Cold Iron Points. That's the build. Like, that gets you started, and that's already really strong, and it's going to feel better than the Skellies. Highly recommend it. And yeah, for ours, we're still only using 1 Anima Stone, 1 Primordial Might, and the 2 Harmonies. It's not like Stone Golems. You don't have to use a billion Primordial Harmonies to make the cooldown of the slam lower so that they perma-slam or any of that. They just have a great balance between all of it. Single target and AoE and mobility. It's really... what a great minion this is. It's actually insane. So, Carrion Golems are T15 Blight viable once again with only 2 towers and fully AFK, and I haven't died for about 46% XP at level 94, 95. Nice. Let's loot this together now. And like I said, I won't pick up the loot except for stack decks because I want to open them for you guys. Gamble some more. And, oh, head on her. Damn it. And then see if what we get. Mortal Ignorance, Mortal Grief. Chrome Orbs. Okay. We have a map. Summit Map Sustain. I picked Summit as Valdo's because I wanted a T16 for the Blight map dropping thing. Like to use Blight Scarabs there. Yep. I might try farming Blight maps again. 123, a 21 Arrogance, and a 120 Hatred. Veil. This doesn't seem that good. My last map was better. Let's check this. Yo, is this a bad map? Seems like it. It's still probably break even though, because they're only like 15 or 16 C. We have a Harbinger too. I've never seen a Mirror Shard. Still won't. 8 stack decks. Here's where we make all the money. I think we broke even though. Like, it's still a break even map. Yeah. Pretty cool. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this build. This shit's insane. We're already AFK at T15 Blight. I'm having a great time. This season's insane. I'm looking forward to continuing the progression, upgrading our build, pushing the limits, and also have some plans for other minion builds coming soon. So hope you guys look forward to those. And now I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support, and thank you to anyone who joins the Patreon or the YouTube members today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!